What's up, guys? A little bit different video we got here for you today. I'm gonna be doing a tier list video of the Legends of the franchise cards. So I wanted to do this a little bit later than everybody because I know like everybody has their own, way they do it. They like to do it after the cards drop, but I feel like I wanted to give some time, give the cards chances to breathe and use the cards a little bit. Now my tier list will basically be on like Legend. That's where I mostly play. So how I think the card is going to do well on Legend, and personally, this is my personal preference. So yeah, not going to waste any of your time. Let's get into the video. Cliff Lee. Now, I've used this card a couple times in events, and I used him in one rank game, and he's been solid. Like, I don't think he's, like, top 5 pitcher at all, but I think he's you can make an argument for top 10. I think he's a really solid pitcher just because pitchers in this game, like, we really haven't had, like, too many, like, really, like, outstanding pitchers. But, yeah, I think he's A tier for sure. Now, AJ Burnett, I've only used this card a handful of times, but I do think he's really solid A tier. And, yeah. Alan Trammell, good stats. I really don't have an opinion on this card, but based on the stats alone, I'm gonna put him in B tier. Audrey Dawson, that's a weird one. Like, I like his swing, and I've always done good with Audrey Dawson cards, but just the stats against righties are killer for me. And when you play against righties most of the time, then it's kind of hard, especially on Legend where guys mostly see guys with like above like 100 hits per nine. Most guys are throwing like Randy still and just Johnny Cueto, pitchers like that. So I think he goes C2. Brett Saberhagen. Now if this was Nick Ontario's video, then he would be S tier since he got a P5 1 out of 1. But for me, he's F tier. Brooks Robinson, I liked him last year, but this year, like with so many good options out there, I think he's just C tier. Good stats though. Cy Young, we don't need to discuss his F tier. Abysmal card. Don Sutton, I faced him last night on Legend, and he was readable, but based on the stats, like, because most time like you're gonna be playing on like most players are playing on All Stars, so yeah. I'm gonna put him B tier though. He's alright, I guess. I don't know. Edgar, S tier. Just really good stats, nothing to say more. Hank, S tier. Like, Hank's just a demon. Like, he's just so good. Jason Bay, I think he's B tier. Like, personally, I'm not a fan of his swing, but I do think he's a really solid card with some good stats. Jared Weaver, I haven't used this card too much. I did like his 93, so I'm going to put him B tier. Joe Morgan, I think, is another B tier player. His swing can throw off a lot of people, so that's why a lot of people don't use him, but I do think he is, he's not bad. Jorge Posada, S tier. This card's just nutty, especially since he's so versatile this year when you can play second and third base, so like you can use like Napoli and then Jorge too, so it's just really good with his versatility and switch hitting. Mike Schmidt, I've always done decent with Mike Schmidt cards, but this year, since there's just like again, there's so many good like third basemen and first basemen out there, he's B tier. Pudge is B tier. Pudge is always probably, if Pudge's swing was a little bit better, then he would be solid S tier. But the thing about Pudge is he's never had that particularly good of a swing. Now this year is a little bit better in my opinion, just from a couple games I've used him in. But yeah, he's always had really good stats, just never had that swing. And swing it's preference based, but like there are objectively better swings in the game. Ozzie Smith, now I think Ozzie Smith is an A tier. Now just because like switch hitter, great contact, and he's got a little bit of pop issue, which is really surprising, considering like against lefties I think it's a 90, which he only had like 23 homers against lefties. So yeah, Prince Fielder, A tier for me. I've always loved Prince Fielder cards since it was released last year, and he's always been really good for me. Like that home run derby card he got last year, even though he didn't have the best contact, when he hit something, it flew. Ray Germ. Now, Ray Germ, I haven't used that much of, but I think he's A tier. Now, when I was recording this before, I put him in S tier, but I just don't know. Like, I haven't used him that much, and I was a fan of his, like, 92, and if I play with him a little bit more, I might, like, put him S tier, but I just think for right now he's A tier solid because you got Posada that can play second base. Now do think like Ray Durham could make it up to that S2 just because he can play center, but I think the outfield is just such a load position, and now second base is the load position. So with Cano and Posada and guys like that, so yeah, just Ray Germ is kind of like if there's like an A plus plus like right on the middle, he would definitely make it. Ricky Anderson. I know a lot of people use this card on their God squads and probably would put him S tier. I'm gonna put him A tier. Personally, for me, I've always liked Ricky cards, but like he's never had the best like pop for me. And when I can't get a good launch angle and good exit velo on balls, which Ricky does for me, he gets on base, but like I've never been able to get that good like consistent like power stroke with him. Whereas I think he's B tier. He's not the best. He's like Don Sutton, like he's good cards and decent pitches, but he's always been like kind of readable to me. Ryan Sandberg, Ryan Sandberg's B tier, I think. Like he's always had a good card, good swing too, but like when there's so many other second baseman options with better stats like Ray Durham or Jorge Posada, like it's just there's a lot of competition. Sean Green, A tier from what I've seen, and like I haven't used him personally, but he's always like every event game and every ranked game I've seen him using, it's automatically tank for me, tank for my opponent, I should say. I need to learn how to speak, but anyway, yeah, it's always been like really solid. I'm gonna use this card, so he could possibly be up in that S tier like with Ray Durham, but yeah, we'll see. T Finley, A tier. Steve Finley's a really good card, really solid. It reminds me of that card he got last year for 21 in the beginning, but a little bit more power, a little bit more contact. If he had like a little bit more contact, like 110s, I could definitely see him being in this S tier, along with like Ray, Sean. But yeah, he's just always been a solid card, and Steve Finley's got a good swing, quick swing. So yeah, Todd Helton, I think is A tier. Really solid, but like with the first baseman options, like Prince or Prince or Edgar, like really I think are better options than Todd Helton. But I know a lot of people love Todd Helton personally, and I used him a little bit last year too, so he was really good swing. And yeah, Tom Glavin, I'm gonna put B tier. I do think he's got really good pitches, and he's probably maybe one of the better pitchers in this, in the program. Like, I don't know. I do think Cliffley and Adrian Burnett are a little bit better. But Tom Glavin is a close, like, A tier for me. The thing is with Tom Glavin cards is I've always seen him well. Like, last year I saw him well. And then this year, like, that 95 he got for the Braves, it just got, like, I used him and it just got lit up. And I just see him well. So yeah, that's where I kind of rank Tom Glavin. But he is going to be for the Braves team build, which I plan on doing sometime. Tony Gwynn, A tier. Good outfielder, a little bit of pop issue too, but I think it's with Tony Gwynn cards. Like, I think he just swings a noodle, personally. But this year could be different. We'll see. Torrey Hunter, B tier. So many good outfielders, and he's just all right. Like, he's good. Wade Boggs. Now I'm gonna put Wade Boggs in A tier. I love Wade Boggs cards. Like, I really do. Like, he's been that dude for me. I compare him to George Brett, but with a little bit of power. He's like George Brett's light. That's how I would put it. Like, he's not gonna hit as for power as George Brett, but like as far as like contact wise, yeah, he's getting on base. He's doing that. Yeah, underrated card, I think. For like people are really sleeping on this Wade Boggs card. Willie Mccovey. Willie Mccovey. Oh no, not F2, but he's an interesting one because on the one hand, he's got really good stats, so that would make him A tier. But B tier, I could see him being too, because I've never really been a fan of Willie Mccovey. But for me personally, I'm gonna put him in A tier. He's a solid card. But yeah, and that's gonna wrap up the video. If I had to pick, it'd be Hank number one. Hank's the definitive number one, and then it goes I think Posada, and then Edgar, and then for the rest of this, you could really take your pick, but I do think like guys like Prince and Ricky and Ray Durham, right on, or like upper tier like A, like as well as Sean Green and Steve Finley. And like these cards right here are like kind of like at the bottom A tier, like. And then these cards B, like I think Downtown's probably the best out of all these cards, besides like Pudge and Schmidt and like Morgan and Bay and like Glavin. So, but and then F tier and C tier, like yeah, just ew, don't look at that. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will be competing in the qualifiers, the last qualifier. Hopefully we can get a good run. So be sure to check that out on Twitch on Saturday. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to look at my YouTube shorts, my YouTube videos, and follow my socials down in the description below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see everybody later. Hope you all have an amazing day. Peace.